this is a radical feminist page that keeps on sharing pro-right-wing ideology posts. This post is telling men that they need to be more masculine, macho, John Wayne types, and telling women that men are there to lead us. A strong man always leads the woman, of course. And this is a very odd message from a radical feminist page, but enjoy some of this. I will give some commentary during this video.
Rape, murder, war. They all have one thing in common. Men. Aggression, violence, ambition unchecked by conscience, all the stuff of toxic masculinity, right? And the solution is obvious. Make men less toxic. Make men less masculine. Make men more like women. But I'm here to tell you that that way of thinking is not only wrong, it's dangerous.
So the idea is, if men have compassion, kindness, are not aggressive, not somebody that wants to be in a barroom brawl every day, that there are now women in this viewpoint, which is still odd coming from a radical feminist page.
Here's why. When you try to make men more like women, you don't get less toxic masculinity. You get more. Why? Because bad men don't become good when they stop being men. They become good when they stop being bad. Aggression, violence, and unbridled ambition can't be eliminated from the male psyche. They can only be harnessed. And when they are harnessed, they are tools for good, not for harm. The same masculine traits that bring destruction also defeat tyranny. The traits that foster greed also build economies. The traits that drive men to take foolish risks also drive men to take heroic risks. The answer to toxic masculinity is
So, pretty muchly, masculinity in her view, and in this page's view, is a biological thing. So, all men have to be aggressive leaders, just wanting to fight all the time. But they have to learn to harness this. This is a stereotype that you wouldn't expect from a radical feminist page. Pretty much like saying that you kind of can excuse men's bad behavior because it is a biological fact that they have to be aggressive, in control, fighting all the time. And the only way to control this is allowing them to put it in other directions. And they kind of leave out the fact that women can achieve stuff too. So apparently, we're going against our nature, which is also another thing that you wouldn't expect from a radical feminist page. I don't get this idea that there's a biological determination that makes everybody men masculine and women feminine, and if we cross the line, we're breaking some kind of system that has balances and checks to follow, or the whole world's going to explode. So let's listen to some more of this dribble.
less masculinity. It's better masculinity. And we know what that looks like. It's a young man opening the door for a girl on their first date. It's a father working long hours to provide for his family. It's a soldier risking his life to defend his country. The growing problem in today's society isn't that men are too masculine. It's that they're not masculine enough. When men embrace their masculinity in a way that is healthy and productive, they are leaders, warriors, and heroes. When they deny their masculinity, they run away from responsibilities, leaving destruction and despair in their wake.
So apparently, if you are an emotional man that doesn't believe in war, doesn't believe in domestic violence, doesn't believe in male aggression, you're basically a wuss. Or in this case, this page is pretty much saying you're a woman. Nice.
The consequences can be seen everywhere. 1 in 4 fathers now lives apart from his children. And children who grew up without a dad are generally more depressed than their peers who have a mother and a father. They are at far greater risk for incarceration, teen pregnancy, and poverty. 71% of high school dropouts are fatherless. Of all the rocks upon which we build our lives, family is the most important. And we are called to recognize and honor how critical every father is to that foundation. That was said by then Senator Barack Obama in 2008. If we are honest with ourselves, he went on, we'll admit that too many fathers are missing from too many lives and too many homes. As much as we try to...
But President Obama was not demonizing single mothers that most of the time are abandoned by the fathers of their children. He was actually saying that the fathers should take responsibility, not always the mother. Now, Christians are always blaming the mother. Oh, well, she didn't allow him to beat her up enough, and she kicked him out of the house. Well, too damn bad. It's like this. Why would it be pro-domestic violence? And why is this page literally promoting this shit when they literally say that they're a radical feminist page? It seems very odd that they're now demonizing single mothers also, right along with their anti-trans rants. So let's listen to the rest of this dribble.
To deny the need for real masculine strength in society, there's no denying its necessity. Healthy families and strong communities depend on the leadership and bravery of good men. Yet, the current trend is to feminize young men in the hopes of achieving some utopian notion of equality and peace. And it starts at the earliest ages. In the school classroom, boys are invariably the problem. On the playground, aggressive games like dodgeball have long been banished. We tell young men that their intrinsic desire to compete is wrong. Everybody gets a trophy. Don't run up the score. This anti-male tilt continues on through higher education and...
So this idea that women cannot be competitive is another problem I'm getting with this. Because when we take competitiveness out of schools, yes, that is kind of harmful, because I remember enjoying dodgeball and some pretty rough gameplay, and I never was harmed or anything. But to say that it's just harming men and boys to take competitiveness out of everything is wrong-headed, because women can compete too. We're not just little freaking doormats that don't enjoy anything but playing tea as a child or dress up as an adult. This is ridiculous. The idea that only men can be competitive or leaders. This is why America's never going to have a female president, because this shit is being spread on radical feminist pages. What the hell?
And into the workplace. It has created millions of tentative men, unhappy women, and confused boys and girls. Here's a secret that every woman knows. Women want real men. Men they can count on and, yes, look up to. No amount of feminist theory will change that. I don't know any woman at any age who is attracted to a passive man who looks to her to be his provider, protector, and leader. Every woman I know wants a strong, responsible man. That's not a consequence of a social construct or cultural pressure. It's innate. The devaluation of masculinity won't end well because feminine, passive men don't stop evil. Passive men don't
So basically, they're saying a woman must find her a man that will be her boss, her leader, who will tell her how to dress, how to think, how to behave, and what her life is going to be. She will be controlled by her leader. It's not a partnership in this case. It is her as the submissive doormat and her husband as her leader, the one she looks up to for everything. She's basically a child. And this is a radical feminist page. Remember this.
defend, protect, or provide. Passive men don't lead. Passive men don't do the things we have always needed men to do for society to thrive. In his book, The Abolition of Man, English social philosopher C.S. Lewis writes about this problem. He describes the tension between cerebral man and visceral man. By his intellect, Lewis explains, man is mere spirit, and by his appetite, mere animal. We need both. Take away one, and you're left with a man who's either weak or wicked. And in a world of wickedness, weak men are nothing more than enablers of wicked men. Rape, murder, war. They all have two things in common. Bad men who do the raping, murdering, and warring, and weak men who won't stop them. We need good men who will. It's not masculinity that's toxic. It's the lack of it. I'm Allie Stuckey for Prager University.
So basically she's saying that we gotta get John Wayne types because any man that has any feeling is just a wuss and useless. And this is a radical feminist page. Congratulations, I think this page has turned into a right-wing nutter page. But rad femmes love it. So keep teaching your crap. Have fun.